Have you ever discovered a place so magical that you couldn't stop smiling? Well, I did. Welcome to the heart of the Italian Dolomites. Here I found 6 Alpine villages that make up Alta Badia, an area so enchanting you won't believe it exists. Let me show you why this hidden corner of Europe is unlike anywhere else on Earth. This corner of the Alps was once so remote that it developed its own unique culture and language, which you probably haven't heard of.
Kilot Alta Badia, kirom bunga nos lingats, e al se fez plajai, can que nos gestes o impareva alc da nostra cultura.
But times have changed, and traveling between these 6 villages is now easier than ever. In fact, you can even reach the peaks of the towering mountains without breaking a sweat. I didn't have to hike or climb to reach the top of this high alpine peak. Instead, I used an incredible network of Alta Badia's cable cars and ski lifts. These lifts aren't just for skiers. In summer, they turn into your gateway to some of the best hiking and biking trails in the world with jaw-dropping summits. Ski lifts in Alta Badia are so well connected that you can use them to travel from one village to the next. But how does it all work? Let's take a ride and find out. I'm traveling from the village of La Villa to San Cassiano. These villages are about 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles apart by a road. But instead of driving through the valley, I'm crossing an impressive Pizlaila mountain. With a special Alta Badia summer lift pass, you can use all the gondolas and chairlifts in the Alta Badia running from June to October. Right in the center of La Villa, I hopped on a cable car running straight to the top of the mountain. Its slope is well known to the fans of alpine skiing, as every winter it hosts one of the most technically demanding World Cup ski races. At an altitude of 2100 meters or 6,800 feet, the cable car reaches the mountain top. Besides the restaurant, there is also a high-altitude fitness and adventure park. It's like an outdoor gym and spa with trails, wellness areas and playgrounds. There are many biking and hiking trails to choose from, suitable for beginners or hardcore riders and hikers. And the views from here are just absolutely stunning. It's easy to get lost in the beauty and trails, and you can spend a lot of time up here. But to get to the village of San Cassiano, I just need to walk to the chairlift right next to the adventure park. I took a chairlift down to the valley and then switched to another one that ascended to an outdoor activity park, this time themed around bears. There I was distracted by more stunning views and lovely sitting areas, but determined to reach San Cassiano, I hopped onto the cable car that runs back down to the valley. Well, it took me more than 2 hours to get to San Cassiano, as I simply had to stop for numerous photos, but the ride with ski lifts takes about 40 minutes. Using the ski lifts is obviously not the fastest way to travel from one village to the next, but it's an absolutely amazing way to explore the mountains and a must-do in Alta Badia. But a quicker, yet equally spectacular way to get around here is by road. These aren't just any roads, they are some of the most scenic routes in the world. Built for military purposes of World War I, these mountain passes connected Alta Badia with the world. 4 of these passes form a spectacular loop that starts and ends in Alta Badia, encircling the iconic Sella group of mountains. The Sella Ronda loop starts in Colfosco, the highest village in Alta Badia, and ascends to Passo Gardena, one of Italy's most scenic passes. This winding dramatic route connects the Val Badia and Val Gardena valleys. As you climb, the road offers breathtaking views and reaches its highest point with one of the most dramatic and picturesque landscapes in the Dolomites. These passes were built to supply Italian and Austrian armies during the First World War. Both countries fought a ferocious war in this part of the Alps for control over the region. You can drive even higher over the second Sella Ronda pass, Passo Sella. This high-altitude pass connects Val Gardena with Val di Fassa Valley and is flanked by the majestic Sella Towers. The windy road with its tight bends and switchbacks ascends to a grassy saddle at 2,244 meters or 7,362 feet. As you can see, top of the pass is a vibrant hub for hikers and climbers, as from here you can reach some of the most beautiful and challenging terrains in the Dolomites. Next up is a celebrated climb in the Giro d'Italia road race that connects Val di Fassa Valley and the village of Araba. Known for its consistent gradient and iconic twisty sections, the road takes you right under the impressive Sass Pordoi, a plateau-like rock summit rising 2,950 meters or 9,678 feet above sea level. From Passo Pordoi, you can get to several hiking trails and thrilling climbs with safety cables. But you can also get to the very top of the mountain without breaking a sweat with this cable car. The ride to the mountaintop is simply a must-do. Known as the Terrace of the Dolomites, it offers stunning views of iconic peaks and the Marmolada Glacier. But why are these Alps called the Dolomites, and what makes them so striking? The answer lies in their special rock composition and a magical phenomena that will leave you speechless. Trust me, you're going to want to hear this before we tackle the final pass. The Dolomites owe their dramatic appearance with jagged peaks and sheer cliffs to a rare mineral mix. But that's not all. During sunrise and sunset, the pale mountains glow in warm red tones. The Ladin people who live beneath these mountains call this phenomenon enrossadira and is part of a local legend. Legend has it that the enchanting red glow is a curse from a dwarf king who lost his beloved rose garden. The mountain's pink hue is said to mirror the lost beauty of the garden, adding even more magic to this already incredible landscape. The unique mineral mix was created over 200 million years ago when this region was submerged under a tropical sea. Its coral reefs and marine sediments hardened into a dolomite rock we see today. French mineralogist Dolomieu first studied these rocks in the 1700s, giving his name to the Dolomites, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site celebrated for their geological wonders and stunning beauty. Finally, the road descends from Passo Pordoi to the village of Araba before climbing to the fourth and final pass of Sella loop, Campolongo. From here, the road gently winds back to Alta Badia, passing through scenic green meadows. However, don't rush back to the valley. Take some time to stop at the top of these passes, as they are a perfect place to enjoy delicious Ladin food. Along these passes, you'll find mountain huts offering souvenirs and hearty local cuisine with incredible views. Ladin cuisine is all about fresh, simple ingredients with rich flavors, and Panicia is a true Ladin classic. A rich barley soup is a hearty dish made with tender meat, smoky speck, barley, and fresh vegetables. Another beloved staple of Ladin cuisine is polenta, which can be paired with a variety of local ingredients to create hearty dishes. I tried polenta with wild mushrooms, abundant in the Dolomites, cooked with garlic, herbs, and a splash of white wine. The polenta was then topped with delicious melted cheese. In the restaurants of Alta Badia, you'll often find another Ladin classic, Cajincí, also known as Schlutzkrapfen. These are essentially spinach ravioli, half-moon pasta pockets filled with creamy spinach and ricotta, drizzled with melted butter and Parmesan cheese. I've also found some Ladin specialties in the local supermarket. This one is called Tutres. Sorry for pronunciation. Basically, this is a disc-shaped dough filled with ricotta cheese and grated boiled potatoes with some onion and chives. This is great for hiking the Dolomites. You'll find these delicious dishes also in the charming villages of Alta Badia. Alta Badia, meaning high valley in the ancient Ladin language, perfectly describes these 6 picturesque villages perched in the highest part of Val Badia Valley. Here locals speak Ladin, German and Italian, and don't worry, almost everyone also speaks very good English. Let's start with Corvara, the vibrant heart of Alta Badia, nestled at the base of the towering Sassonger Peak. This village offers a breathtaking mountain landscape that's truly one of a kind. Corvara is known for its traditional Tyrolean and Ladin architecture, picture-charming wooden balconies, vibrant flower boxes, and buildings adorned with murals and carvings that tell the story of the local culture and history. Be sure to visit the historic church of Santa Caterina, a gem dating back to the 1400s. Step inside its serene interior to discover exquisite frescoes and a remarkable winged altar from 1520 open to visitors from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. As the largest village in Alta Badia, Corvara boasts a lively mix of charming shops, cozy restaurants, and welcoming family-run hotels. It's the perfect base for exploring the majestic Dolomites. A quick drive or ski lift ride from Corvara brings you to Colfosco, a village dramatically nestled on the slopes of the imposing Sella massif. As the highest village in Alta Badia, located right below the Gardena pass, Colfosco is surrounded by alpine meadows, forests and ridgelines. Its unique location makes it a heaven for outdoor enthusiasts with easy access to ski lifts that connect to numerous hiking and mountain biking trails directly from the village. In winter, Colfosco transforms into a major hub for winter sports lovers. At the heart of the village stands the charming St. Vigilis Church dating back to the 1400s. Set against a striking mountain backdrop, this small church reflects the traditional Ladin heritage with its serene Gothic interior. Despite its modest size, Colfosco boasts cozy hotels, charming alpine lodges, and excellent restaurants serving local Ladin specialties. Next we have La Villa, the modest central village in Alta Badia, perfectly positioned between two majestic mountains. The village is well connected by ski lifts, and in summer, the famous Gran Risa ski slope transforms into a network of hiking and biking trails. At the heart of La Villa, you'll discover the Church of St. Mary of the Stars, dating back to the 1500s. Its name inspired the village's German name, Stern, meaning star. Like all Alta Badia villages, La Villa offers a range of delightful family-run hotels, guest houses and restaurants. As we discovered earlier, you can easily reach the next village, San Cassiano, by ski lift. Though smaller than its neighboring villages, San Cassiano's charm is in its tranquil atmosphere and pristine surroundings. Despite its upscale hotels, Michelin-starred restaurants and a lively pedestrian area with high-end boutiques, the village has managed to preserve its authentic Ladin heritage. At its heart is a Baroque-style church of San Cassiano, from which the village takes its name. Standing out amidst the traditional Alpine architecture is the Ursus Ladinicus Museum, one of two Ladin museums in Alta Badia. This modern museum is dedicated to the prehistoric bear that once roamed the region. Visitors can explore 3 immersive floors detailing the natural and cultural history of the Dolomites, including the discovery of the Ursus Ladinicus fossil found in nearby cave. If you're interested in deepening your understanding of Ladin culture, consider getting a combined ticket. This includes access to a second Ladin museum located in the picturesque Castel de Tor, a castle nestled between the mountains on the other side of Alta Badia. This museum offers a deep dive into the fascinating history and traditions of the Ladin people, whose roots trace back to the ancient Roman tribes. The exhibits bring to life the unique blend of influences that have shaped Ladin culture, preserved over centuries in the relative isolation of the Dolomites. Wander through the castle's original rooms and parlors to see how these mountain people lived, worked, and celebrated their heritage. Not far from the castle lies the village of Laval, nestled on the tranquil meadow slopes of the mountain. This serene village offers the most peaceful retreat among all the villages in Alta Badia. With only a handful of hotels and traditional Ladin farmhouses, Laval remains deeply connected to its farming roots. At the heart of Laval stands the Church of San Genesio, dedicated to the patron saint of actors and performers, serving as the spiritual center of the community. The last village of Alta Badia is called simply Badia. This small, peaceful place is surrounded by towering peaks, dense forests and lush meadows. One of the landmarks of the village is its parish church of St. Leonard. This Rococo-style church, built in the 1700s, has intricate design, showing craftsmanship and religious devotion of the region. Interior is decorated by frescoes and ornate altars. Right from the village there are several ski lifts, and this one will take you to the next jaw-dropping place. The The lift drops you at the base of the majestic Sasso della Croce peak. Here, nestled against a breathtaking backdrop, is the picturesque sanctuary of Santa Croce. This sacred site has a fascinating story. It all started when a shepherd saw a divine vision of a cross while tending his flock in the mountains. Believing it to be a holy sign, the villagers built a chapel in the late 1400s dedicated to the Holy Cross, Santa Croce. Over the centuries, this small chapel grew into an important pilgrimage site, and its former hospice has become a popular mountain shelter. But the adventure doesn't stop there. From the sanctuary, take a hike to the breathtaking Armentara Meadows, a stunning rolling hills dotted with traditional mountain huts and great panoramic views of the Dolomites. In spring and summer, the meadows burst into color with wildflowers. There are several well-marked trails that wind through the meadows for hikers and mountain bikers. The meadows also hold deep cultural significance for the local Ladin people, as they continue to be used for traditional alpine pasture farming. As you can see, I still keep on smiling. Alta Badia truly is a hidden gem, from majestic peaks surrounding charming alpine villages to the stunning mountain passes and rich Ladin culture. This region is pure magic. Drop a comment below and tell me which village or adventure excites you the most. If you enjoyed exploring this jaw-dropping part of hidden Europe, hit thumbs up and subscribe for more amazing discoveries. I'm Rock, thanks for watching, and see you next time.